Imagine you are in a baseball field, waiting for the ball to be hit. The crowd is loud as the pitcher throws the ball. You might be wondering why knowing about baseball is important. Baseball is a sport with around 170 million fans and is considered America's pastime, according to the DNA of Sports in 2022. I have personally played and watched baseball for some time. I've played enough to know all the rules and understand them well. Moreover, I have read many books and articles on the topic. Today, I will inform you about the culture surrounding baseball, and hopefully with this information, you will have the basic background on baseball. However, I want to clarify that the culture of baseball is vast, and I will be focusing on mainly a few points. I will enlighten you on the history of baseball, the first teams created, famous baseball players, and the importance of the sport. After this, you will be better informed on the baseball scene in the world. Baseball is a sport played between two opposing teams. The teams take turns playing defense and offense. There are 9 innings in a baseball game. Each inning consists of 6 outs. Outs are played for one team as defense and the other's offense. Once there are 3 outs, the teams switch. The team playing defense has 9 players on the field, including 1 pitcher and 1 catcher, while the team playing offense has 1 batter that attempts to hit the ball the pitcher throws. The pitcher and catcher work together to strike out the batter. The batter gets 3 strikes to hit the ball. The batters try to score runs by hitting the ball and getting on base. The infielders and outfielders are ready to catch the ball the hitter hits. The infield is a diamond-shaped infield and a surrounding outfield. There are 4 bases: first base, second base, third base, and home plate, which is where the batter scores. Baseball was not invented, rather it evolved from European stickball games like cricket. The rules changed over time to shape the sport we know today as baseball. However, Albert Cartwright is acknowledged as the father of baseball due to the fact that he was the first person to write an official rule book in 1845, according to Parade in 2021. The first official game of baseball in the U.S. was played in June 1846 in Hoboken, New Jersey. The Cincinnati Red Stockings was the first official baseball team, and a few years later, in 1871, the National Association of Baseball was born, and 8 teams were formed. The Boston Red Stockings, now the Atlanta Braves; Chicago White Stockings, now the Chicago Cubs; Cincinnati Red Stockings; Hartford Dark Blues; Louisville Grays; Mutual of New York; Philadelphia Athletics; and the St. Louis Brown Stockings, according to History in 2020. I will now introduce you to some of the terms in baseball so you have a better understanding of why some baseball players are so influential and famous. Some of the terms I will go over are the cycle, a perfect game, and a home run. First off, a home run is when the hitter hits the ball outside over the fence of the ballpark. This results in the team that hit the home run scoring an automatic run. A cycle is when an individual player hits a single, double, triple, and a home run all in a single game. This is a very hard feat to accomplish. Due to its rarity, there are not many players who have done this. Another very difficult thing to accomplish is a perfect game. A perfect game is when a pitcher throws the whole game without allowing a single run or a runner to get on base. There are only 23 pitchers who have ever thrown a perfect game currently. Now that you are familiar with some of the terms in baseball, I will tell you about some of baseball's best players of all time. One of the most influential players was Jackie Robinson, as he was the first black player to play in the American major leagues. In 1947, he broke the color line by playing for the National League Brooklyn Dodgers per Britannica. This is not This has not only opened up the game for more people to play, it has also gotten more fans interested in watching baseball. Another notable baseball player is Babe Ruth, who was one of the first big names of baseball. He hit 714 home runs during his whole career and is third in history home runs wise, according to Baseball Reference. Not only this, but he was an amazing pitcher as well. One of the best pitchers of all time is Cy Young. He is one of the few pitchers that has pitched a perfect game, and he has an award named after him. He pitched the first perfect game of the 20th century and has 100 wins, more than any other player in history. Baseball is one of America's favorite sports because it is a sport for all races, and it could be played whenever someone found an open field and with little financial investment. Teams could be easily formed, and it was very common to see competitive companies playing against each other. This accessibility allowed players all around the world. Many players in the majors are from other countries, such as Shohei Ohtani, who is from Japan. Ohtani is one of the best players right now. These types of players showcase how the game is open to everyone and how it has expanded and grown from just America to all over the world. From this speech, you have learned some of baseball's history and culture. We have gone over the rules of baseball and how the game evolved, and famous icons of baseball. Next time you see a baseball game on TV or in person, hopefully you will understand more about how the game works and some of the background of the game.